Hey guys, Older the Warrior, Final Fantasy XII. I realised that in the last episode, it only showed the first 6 seconds and then disappeared. We're at Mount Baromesis. So, in the last episode, we basically went in here to the Henna Mines and fought our way through here. Great place to grind, by the way. Went through here, and then we got to this bit there, and we found Mirn, who's from the Vieira tribe, which is the same tribe that Fran's from. Fought the Tiamat there, rescued Mirn, and back through the jungle to the Eriot village. Fran says her goodbyes to Mirn and asserts that she's abandoning she's staying away from the Vieira for good, as before. Jyote, who's more or less the head of the Vieira, the chief of the Vieira, gives them Lente's Tear, which grants them access through the jungle. Through they go. To Dale of the Dreamer, we fought the big worm. I think it's the forest plant wormer. I don't remember what it's called. Through to the Paramina Rift, which is basically a massive big mountainside covered in snow, to Mount Baromesis, as Larsa was saying. Where we meet the Grand Kiltius Anastasis, who, and we're introduced to Al-Cid from Rosaria, who informs him that Emperor Gramus in Arcadia has been killed, effectively at the behest of Vayne, his own son. Judge Drace isn't daft, knows that Vayne is behind it, attempts to arrest him, but is overpowered by the vicious Judge Bergen, and she is essentially ordered, condemned to execution, and as a test of loyalty, Vayne forces Gabrant to do it, despite no matter how, even though he's really reluctant, but he does it, and so House Solidar lives on, apparently. So Lars is no longer with us. We've got some pretty cool new weapons. So we've got Storm Spear, Magaroku, we've already had that. Locksley Bow for Fran. We've got Murasim for Bash. We've also had the Demon's Bane sword. You can also get an Ice Brand at this stage as well, which is good to know. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really there. And we've got a feast of license points to get. So we get the weapons and things from the travelling merchant here. Nothing's changed since I went there in the last episode, apart from the armour, which is always fantastic. We get some more magics from this merchant. So we can get Berserk is definitely something I want. Curaga is also something I really want. Sell a longbow because I don't think we need that anymore. I think we can do without it. Still keeping a hold of these. Sorry, I know my throat is. I'm having to clear my throat quite a lot, and I don't understand why. Always good to have those. And that will do. Let's see, we can get Kuraga now. Excellent. We will come back and we will get the rest of it at a later time. However, let's just tidy everything up. I fully appreciate that I do waffle on quite a bit. There's a lot of waffle, but that's just to keep things there. Right, let's head down to the still shrine of Miriam at the advice of the Grand Cultius, which Ash is using to intends to use to Ash intends to use this to basically fight fire with fire, but with the ability to destroy Nethicite, which is what the Sword of Kings can do. And her ancestor, King Wraithwall, was the Nethicite king, but he knew that he had to have something with the ability to destroy Nethicite should it be used for evil. And rather than pass that down his own bloodline, he passed it to another that wasn't of his own, so that it maintained an equilibrium, shall we say. There's less of a risk of bias. We've got an elemental there, so don't use. So let's not use magics. And if we do use magics, let's run. Because if we use magics, that green line will go red, and we'll be under attack of an elemental, which is not the best of things. Let's just keep it physical, eh? No. Now, if it's within range, if it was there to see us use the magic, we're kind of screwed. If it didn't, we're alright. This is more like a rest area. Aha. Twintania. Cousin of the Bagoli tribe, whatever that is. The big stamping birds that walk on land. Gorada Eggy. Basically that same thing that we fought at the Tomb of King Wraithwall, that doesn't like Ischia berries. Particularly vicious form of avian. Oh crap. That's poor control on my part. Revive! Lovely. More techniques. Emperor Avis. Alright. Now we want to head down that way, I think. Because it basically leads us to what we want. Now, don't know what's over there. I can see a ton of. We can't go there just yet. I don't want to be too close to that elemental. An ice brand. That's good for bash. Yeti. On at the still shrine of Miriam. Ah, what's this? Battle harness, nice little trinket. A nice shield, nice. The crystal, Good, so we've got an easy teleport. So don't use the Sword of Kings to fight enemies, because it's really not helpful. Really isn't. Right, anywho, we carry on. Ah, zombies! As if Resident Evil 3 wasn't enough. So, what we need Dawn Shard. It will reduce your MP to 0, so if you are the magician, that's not a good thing to have. But if you're holding the Dawn Shard, look what happens. You get teleported by big purple eyes. And a big guardian, stone guardian, just randomly gets up and attacks you. Okay. Mage's hat. The same feather cap. Okay. I've noticed that everybody else is weaker. Dragon Avis, worse than Frontania. And I did say this in the last episode, but obviously nobody saw that because the video didn't record. I think we all know that I think that Van is probably the most pointless of all the protagonists. Oh, a rejuvenation trap. See, I'm not all that bad. And countdown magic. Good. Now, Van is not very, Van's not relevant to the story. I mean, the story could carry on without him, and Pinello, arguably. But absolutely would be Van. Van is just there for the ride. There's no reason for him to stick around and be there. But with that being said, however, the real protagonist, I think, is Ash. You're about to stand up and say hello. We're about to say get back down again. We don't want you. Okay. No. That is not a life crystal. That is a fake crystal. That is a real crystal. a second. Right. A real crystal appears, not a pretend crystal. He isn't standing up. Weird. Now, I'm going to do something that could potentially be rather silly. I'm going to swap the party over in its entirety. And I'm going to add an embroidered tippet to Van and... Oh, I've only got the one. To Van. A battle harness can go to Bash. And I'll keep the bangle with Pinello. Let's be honest, I like Van because he's good. He was always the protagonist that I remember playing the game with when it first came out in 2006. I'm gonna go with him. Blood Gigas. Let's catch up with the others. I like to have a bit of balance. Darkmare. Dark Magic Knight. Okay, happy days. And we found ourselves back at the back of the first tomb door, I believe. Yep, Ward of Measure. I thought there'd be a couple of evil spirits there. Right, let's carry this on. Now, those magics should have opened this door down here. Ruby ring. I can't remember what that does. I think it's grants immunity to confuse or something like that. If that was close. What does Ruby ring do? Let's have a look. Reflect. Alright. Fair enough. Oh, Pinello, you numpty. You cover me in oil. Yeah, dafty. Give me a handkerchief. That won't save you. Ah, right. And I want to turn it counterclockwise so that it's facing the main statue. Gold needle. And our white mage. Now I would have thought there'd have been some treasure chests here. Evidently not. A lot of Final Fantasy, as if we didn't already know, a lot of it does involve going around dungeons and going treasure hunting, which I quite like. It's quite endearing. Now this is another good place to work up a chain, because you're going to be fighting a lot of zombies. And zombies are a powerful enemy. I mean, 400 EXP, more or less 359 experience points a hop. Right, let's see what we get. An Ashura. Okay. Now, what is an Ashura? I think it's a sword. 315 gil. Ashura is a ninja sword. I think now's a good time to start looking at some of these. Assassin's Dagger. Gladius Avenger. Like a blade, Ashura. We'll do that. Oh, we're a few away from the Zodiac Spear, but we'll get Zodiac Spear while we're at it. We're still not going to be activating any quickenings here, just for the sake of, practicality. But we will use some of the the higher up things here, because why not? It just makes so much more sense to do that. Leave Balthier there. Right. Where's the bigger things that we can use? Don't really think we need that. Ribbon, yeah. Nah, I'm not feeling it. Yep, I'll take that. Bash. Because we want our bruiser to be able to do as much damage as he physically can. We want our mages to have the best possible magical proficiency. Berserk, we want to have that at, we want to be able to use that. Break and countdown, yep. And we want to have the means to use magics, but at the same time, Blizzara, she can already use. Banish. Drain and reverse, we don't have that yet. But protect and shell, we want that. This is just armor, isn't it? We'll come back to that. And Penel, what have you got? What can we get from yourself? Would appear nothing. Although still going to do all that. We don't need staff the mage eye just yet. These are just 100, 100, 100. We're also not getting any summons activated either. Now that'll do. Right. Where was I? Oh yeah. We're through here. And avoiding the traps as we go. Still killing some zombies because that's what we do. Van is powering up in terms of levels. So this is what I liked about the Still Shrine of Miriam, because it's such a great place to level up your characters. Especially if you're just wanting to grind and get AP and power and plenty of points. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Now when you find those statues, you're going to lose a chain. You get some pretty good you can get some pretty good there we go, we get a nice big one, a Soleil Fang. Right, we attack one of those and we lose our chain. So let's continue with the chain so that we can get a few more goodies. That's not going to happen going along there or along there. We would need to carry on down here. Notice that the higher up we're going in level, the less hit points we're getting. Still 300 and something, that's still not too bad. And we've got a chain of over 30. Very near Stony Van. I'm pretty sure I've had a few Ashura, of course, why am I doing that? Enchanter's Habits. We've reduced him to a dagger now, but let's see the attack power of it. Oh, treasure chest. Verified kill. Right, here we go. That's not bad. Faster. I like this. Now what we want to do is we want to rotate the statue counterclockwise so that it's facing along. Like that. Almost here. Power rods, which we can't use. Never mind. I'm basically doing 1,000 damage a hit. Blew himself up. Raz Al Gethi. I think that's a gun. It is a gun. power rod. Oh yeah. Right, that's good. And it's much bigger than what we had before. How handy. Now we can go that way. Pretty sure there's other treasures. There's more treasure over here. I could be wrong, and I think I am wrong. Let's just move on. Got one more place to go. After we've taken care of Big Boy here. And all we've done there is just opened up the full still shrine. So we can get back through this door now, because we couldn't before. I believe this is a boss. It is a boss. Venuska. I believe that's what you call this. It looks dead. It's not. It's not Venuska. It is Venuska. I'm not a brush. It's helpful. There we go. Nothing to see here. Sage's ring. And this time we want to turn it clockwise so that it faces that door. Up. And we'll head back through here. The eyes have gone down.
Taking a Blood Gugus. Level up for Pinello. The way is open because that sword has risen up. Excellent. Now, nothing else to see here. We're all as good as healed as we can. Hall of Worth. And then the Vault of the Champion. This now is wisdom proven now is say your power. Here we go. And look at this. An Esper. Matthias. Pisces gem. Forget about the Azers. Blazaja. Let's get rid of your buffs. Shitty bye, Matthias. Matthias the Corrupt. Treasure chest. Oh look. Wakey wakey! If you didn't know, Iron Brew 32 was like an energy drink that bars tried to who invented Iron Brew in my hometown, I might add, in Falkirk. They tried that. It basically tasted. If you imagine Iron Brew, or even just think of Coca-Cola without any fizz, and you get the idea. That's what they did to Iron Brew. They took the fizz out of Iron Brew, and it wasn't very good. And Iron Brew is the best drink you can get in Scotland. It's the national favourite soft drink. There it is. Come on, Ash, use those muscles.
You should try it on the Dawn Shard. See if it can destroy Nethicide or not.
What?
He just may be onto something. The Dawn Shard's no use to us, after all.
stone bleeds mist.
It has been roused. It fears the sword.
Mm-hmm.
The stone is quiet.
This is the sword, the Nethicite destroyer.
Should it find its mark?
Vaughn! Tell me, did you see him again?
I didn't. Not a thing. Not even my brother. Not anything.
I think the only... I suppose the link... Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Van and his relevance to the story. He does have a link to them through his brother, but very loosely through his brother. It is a loose link. Oh, Nagelmer. Oh, I can take care of him. Taking care of them. Nagalmur is a rare game because he hides his, he hides the ability to be seen. More airships that can fly through. Impressive warships, I must say. George Bergen, the vicious butcher that he is.
Debts grow legion.
There.
Smoke.
What could it mean?
Rain.
Platinum sword, obelisk. Locks of bow, that's our gift. A hunting crossbow, power rod, ice brand. A lot of festering flesh there, and look at how much it sells for a piece. It's a lot there. Not surprisingly, that's going. I can get remedies now. Okay. Soul Eater. Okay. And I did say we'd come back for all these magics. I don't need any of the... I don't really need the obelisk. But we can also get the Forgotten Grimoire. However, I don't really need the Platinum Sword either. We'll get the hunting crossbow for for Ash, because she hasn't had a new weapon. Mateus is now on the license board. Now if we get Mateus, that unlocks 230 hit points there. Now if we look on these outer things, we can actually see how this helps. Now, if we can see a difference, $230 there, that's not going to make any difference. So we don't need that. If we brought in Nordwayne's Glow and then did that, that automatically takes care of this as well. So we don't need to give Mateus to Ash. I wouldn't recommend that. What I would recommend is giving her a crossbow license so we can upgrade her weapon. At the same time, let's make sure she can use all of this, which we're fine with. Pinello, can she use all of her magic? She can. Improve proficiency on that. Bio. It's a good thing to have. And of course, the Zodiac Spear for Van, which remains the most powerful spear you can get in the game. Mateus and Giltos. Is Giltos any useful? You need a lot of gil to be able to make use of that, so for the moment, maybe not the most necessary of things to have. But we can certainly make a start on improving his accessories. See? You don't need it. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Flow breakers. Of course, I forgot. They can use these sledgehammers and things. However, I maintain that I like the Locksley bow. And I think she should keep it. What can we get there? Excalibur, Ragnarok. Ragnarok is a cracking weapon. Let's... Sword of Kings, we don't want to give Valthier that. We do want to give Ash that. See, Locksley Bow is still better than the Iron Hammer. Now we can give Power Rod to Balthier, or we can give him the Murasame. I would argue the Murasame is better because he's already using. What's he already using? Something or other. Sledgehammer, yeah, it's a little bit better for Fran, but it's not really important at this stage. I wouldn't say that it is. I'm going to sell off a few ethers so that we can get him a Murasame. Oh. Get rid of that bloody potion, we don't need it. We don't need to do that. The whole thing is on fire. Where am I going? I've gone far too far. Here we go. Let's go and take down the judge. Damn.
Ah, our vagrant princess. Swift has your lust for revenge led you to the Sword of Kings.
He's murdered
You will
the
surrender
Grand
it to
Courtiers.
me. Too late, and to their sorrow do those who misplace their trust in gods learn their fate.
There it is again.
That is the main spirit behind the
Fran, I
The
don't
enemy.
like the look of that.
This mist. He holds a stone. It controls him as it did Miern.
No, the power of manufactured nethicite is the power of man. A weapon forged by his wisdom who would challenge the gods themselves. A fitting blade for a true dynast king. Wraithwall did but pretend the title, a cur begging nethicite scraps from his master's table. Hark! Evilise hails her true dynast king, Vain Solidor. He shall defy the will of the gods and see the reins of history back in the hands of man. His time is nigh! The new Evilise holds
you on
no
about?
place for the name down Masker. The stain of Wraithwall's blood shall be washed clean from history's weave.
Let's take this bastard out. Bye bye, Bergen. Oh.
He set his very bones about with manufactured nethicite. The Grand Kiltius?
Wait, what about Larsa?
Gone, spirited away by Judge Brandt.
You okay?
So he was here. As for our young lordling, he went along. To avoid trouble, you see, but Judge Bergen had other ideas. He flew into a rage, and I was left to fend for myself. Please, Princess, you must permit me to take you back with me to Rosaria.
So that you can protect me?
I would lay down my life, at a single word to be sure, but I harbor no mongering delusions of valiant grandeur. Vane has our war pavilion jumping at shadows. They favor a preemptive strike, but you will convince them otherwise. You will see that they do not start this war.
This I cannot do. Forgive me, but my errand here is not yet done. I must wield the Sword of Kings, and with it bring an end to the Dusk Shard.
This stone, do you even know what it is?
I can venture a guess. The Draclaw Laboratory in Arcades. The Empire's weapons research begins and ends there. How soon do we leave?
At once. As for matters in Rosaria, I bid you luck.
So you would leave each to fend for his own. Let us hope that you are not disappointed. Ah, that's right. Larsa left a message. The differences between our two lands will fade before the shared dream of men. My leave, I take.
He's annoyed, but he has just been forced to defend himself against a psychotic judge. Who is now effectively been exploded by Nephesite internally.
Arcadia's borders will be well guarded for fear of Rosarian invasion. We dare not approach by air.
And their navy will see that the coast is watched as well. No, we go afoot. We'll cross into Arcadia in the Salika Wood. We can reach the wood any number of ways, but the easiest is to head north from Nalbina.
There's a hunter's camp just beyond the Salika Wood. The camp sits within Arcadia's borders, so Imperial patrols there should be sparse.
Getting that far should be half the fun. Let's be sure we go prepared.
Yep. And, you know, we've got means and ways to do that. Mostly using, and I'll venture, using the teleport crystals. However, there are some things in Rabanastre that we can attend to before we do that. However, there's something that we've overlooked. And I was meant to do this in the last episode, but I didn't. And that's because it's not there. Where the hell's the board? The board of marks. Never mind. Anyway, we can go to Nalbina Fortress. The Sovereign High Wastes. Can get a chocobo. And we can also here's what I wanted to see. Look at all this. So in the next episode, what we're going to do is, because we haven't done any of these for a while, in the next episode we will do some hunts, because it's been a while. And we should be able to get even newer weapons. We should be, but we don't. Oh, never mind. We'll spend a bit more time around Nalbina, the Sovereign High Wastes, Rabanastre, and doing some hunts in the next episode. And that should do us. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like to, be sure to give the like button a smack. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon for notification on future videos as always. And add yourself to the Discord server at Aldo the Warrior. And I'll see you in the next episode. Till then guys, take care of yourselves.